You're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of free time.
I'm a trophy hunter, and I've just finished Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory are essentially identical in terms of gameplay, and with that they also share similar trophies. But the severity of obtaining those trophies is surprisingly different to each game. An example of this is the online trophies. Boo! I agree, but thankfully you can just fight bots, so they're not as bad as they could be. That being said, Cyber Sleuth only has one trophy that requires 30 wins online, and that took me around 1 to 2 hours. Hacker's Memory, on the other hand, has several trophies. However, they only require getting cosmetic items, so winning doesn't really matter, and with special events making it even easier, these trophies didn't even take half an hour. Another comparison with both games: in Cyber Sleuth there are 500 collectible medals needed for a trophy, and in Hacker's Memory there are 700. But if you do Cyber Sleuth first and transfer your save file to Hacker's Memory, then you only need the newly added 200. Not only that, but there are also vendors that sell medals, and even an in-game dungeon that just has a bunch of medals on the floor. And I'll happily take that over sitting at these stupid gacha machines for over 20 to 30 minutes, constantly spamming and having to check for myself if I even have all of them, and then going to the next machine. In Cyber Sleuth there are 10 of these stupid things, and it took me almost 4 hours to get them all done. It's just a boring and tedious way of doing collectible. And to top it off, it's a missable trophy because of one NPC. Well, whatever, I got it done. Probably the worst difference between the games are the max rank trophies. In Cyber Sleuth is a very casual experience, with the main story giving rank points after every chapter, and side missions also giving out a decent amount. It barely gets to the point of ever becoming a real grind. Popping the trophy would just kind of happen naturally, which I think is a good thing. But when it comes to Hacker's Memory, this trophy is exponentially worse. Literally the worst trophy between both games. I had to do New Game Plus, and it wasn't until 8 hours later that I was finally finished with this stupid trophy. I genuinely can't understand how they ruined a trophy that had already been done perfectly fine in the previous game. It just doesn't make sense to me. The trophies I eventually got the platinums on are Digimon Professor and Digimon Master, for having a certain amount of Digimon registered in the field guide, and the trophy would only pop when I actually opened the field guide. And with that, the platinums for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory are mine. Overall, fairly easy platinums with some very tedious grinding trophies, but even with that being said, I love these games, especially Cyber Sleuth. I had a stupid smile the entire time I was playing that game, and it made me remember why I was excited for Time Stranger. Speaking of which, it's the next one up for me to get the platinum. But until then, thanks for watching and be safe.